Man, this game right here, I've never watched a Pelicans game that made me this happy. Um, Pelicans down 24, I think, like around the half, and like we came back and won, and that's the biggest Pelicans win, comeback win in NBA in franchise history. But I'm not really here to talk about the Pelicans. I'll go over what they did well and right real quick, and then we're gonna get to the real problem, which is the Celtics. Brandon Ingram, he was really the main leader in getting this game to overtime. Also Zion, but getting this game to where it was close enough to get us to overtime and all that. Um, Zion had a beautiful and one that is the reason that we got to overtime. Really, Lonzo didn't touch the ball enough at the end of the game, but it's fine because we won. He was cooking in the first quarter, did a little bit in the second, ends with 16, 6, and 4. Um, and then Josh Hart and Nico Melli played big minutes in that fourth quarter and in overtime. But let's talk about the Celtics, man. They just sputtered. They just sputtered out of control. They just weren't aggressive enough. Like the defense was just bad. At the end of the day, the defense was actually terrible. Robert Williams, I gotta say, did a great job trying to hold Zion back. He definitely made him a little uncomfortable. But at the end of the day, the defense like there was a late game play where Bi shot a shot, and I think it was to put us up or tie the game. Um, it was late fourth quarter. There had to be like less a minute or less, something like that. And Brandon Ingram gets the ball, and Jaylen Brown is just standing there, like no hands up, no contest, not even in front of him, pretty much next to him. And you just can't do that. That was just bad defense. And then like there was just some fouls, like Jaylen Brown had to foul Lonzo because Lonzo was on the break. Um, and they were just giving up easy points. Other than Zion, they were doing pretty well on him. I gotta say, I was surprised. Um, Kimba Walker is the main problem. I think that he played terrible. 1 of 12 for three, 5 for 21 from the field, and I like Kimba Walker. I think Kimba Walker is still a good NBA player, all-star level at his best, but he just doesn't fit on this team anymore. I feel like ever since Jaylen Brown has made the jump that he has, this team just doesn't really have room for Kimba. Um, I think they should get rid of him. Uh, Maybe a change of scenery would do him good. Aaron Nesmith played good. Like, they have some bright spots on this bench, which is always great. I feel like the bench isn't as bad as we thought it really was. It depends on the development of Nesmith and Peyton Pritchard and Robert Williams, of course, but Kimba Walker's a big problem for this team, I think. He just wasn't all that good, and I don't know what more Brad Stevens could do. He told them to play physical, aggressive, and they just didn't. Um, it gets to a point where it's kind of on the players to just be better, and that's what they need to do. But that's all I can really say about that. I don't think anything else about this team that I'd have to talk about. But I'm a Pelicans fan. This win made me real happy. Also, Josh Hart, man, he forced super tough shots for Tatum. It felt like every shot Tatum was taking was a fadeaway off one leg. Um, that's another thing. The Pelicans' defense was just beautiful, and sometimes it wasn't, honestly. Sometimes Robert Williams had a big cut to the basket, or Tice was getting open near the paint, but Tatum and Kimba were like just not confident enough to make that pass. But I do want to say Tatum is amazing, because without Tatum, late game, this would have been a much easier win for the Pelicans to get. But Tatum, he's the future, man. He's the real deal. That's all I really gotta say. Peace out.